Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good day, Tajahau to everyone that watching this video. So my name is Nur Aida Natasha binti Rus Rizan with metric numbers of 2025152725. So today I will be presenting or I'll be explaining about my codes regarding queue and also the stack, which is developed through using the linked list. So this is the table of content, which is what I will be explaining in my video.
This is my node class, which is the building blocks for the linked list and stack implementation. Each node object stores two pieces of information, which is data, which can hold any object, and next, which point to the next node in the list. There are two constructors, one that take only the data and set next to null, and another that allow both data and the next node to be specified. The getLink method simply return the reference to the next node, allowing traversal through the list. This is my linked list class, which is built using the node object to store data in a chain. The class keeps track of 3 pointers, which is first, which points to the first node, last, which point to the last node, and current, which is used for traversal. The constructor initializes an empty list by setting all pointer to null. To add elements, I have two methods: insert at front, create new nodes and makes it in the first node, while insert at back adds a new node at the end by updating the last pointer. For removing element, remove from front, remove the first node, and remove from back, remove the last node by traversing the list until the second last node. Both methods handle the case where the list becomes empty after removal. For navigation, get first, set current to the first node, get next, move to the next node, and get last, set the current to the last node. This allows sequential access to the element. The size method count how many nodes are in the list by looping from the first to the last node. There is also a display element which print all element and is empty, which return true when there are no nodes. Overall, the linked list class show how a dynamic data structure can be implemented using nodes and pointer instead of arrays. This is my queue class, which extend the linked list class to implement a first in, first out, which FIFO structure. The enqueue method adds an element to the back of the queue using the inherited insert back method from the linked list. The dequeue method removes the element at the front using the remove from front, ensuring the first element added is the first to remove. Get front return the element at the front row without removing it, while get end temporarily remove the last element and reinsert it at the back to return it, showing the last elements in the queue. Utility method like is empty and size check whether the queue has element and return the number of elements respectively. This is my stack class and it extends the linked list class. A stack uses the LIFO concept, which is last in, first out, and also inherited from linked list. I can use it the insertion and removal feature. To add an item to the stack, I use the push method, which insert the new element at the front of the linked list. This makes the most recently added element always at the top of the stack. And then to remove item, I use the pop method, simply called the remove from front from the linked list, which remove the first node, meaning that the last push item is the first to be removed. The pick method returns the top element by calling the get first without removing it, allowing us to check or see the value currently on top of the stack. Lastly, the empty method check whether the stack has any element by using the inherited is empty from the linked list. This customer class, it is used to store and manage all information related to a customer. Well, first, the class contains several private data fields such as customer name, address, phone number, voucher use, payment method, item details, and quantity. This field represents all the important information needed for an order. The auto constructor that has been used, which is a default and also a normal constructor. Next, the class also includes a setters and getters. Setters, which is to allow the program to update each piece of the customer information, while the getters allow others part of the program to read and also to store data safely. Next is the calculate price method, which is to calculate the total price based on the item code and quantity. It will check the item code and multiply the unit price by the quantity to produce the final cost. The voucher checker method check what type of voucher the customer uses. For example, code VC010 give a 10% discount, FS045 give 8 ringgit off, and any other value means no discount. Finally, the two-string method formats all the customer and also the item information into a readable string so it can be easily printed out for reporting or receipt for customer. So for the main class, I will explain the method for the optional part that my lecturer want, which the optional part of my program is the demonstration of expression conversion using a stack. Specifically, it's convert an infix expression where operators are written between operand like A plus B times C into the postfix notation, also called reverse Polish notation. In postfix, the operator come after the operands. So A plus B multiple C become A, B, C multiple plus. This is useful because postfix expression can be evaluated without worrying about parentheses or operator precedence. The program uses a custom stack class to temporarily hold operator. It processes each character of the infix expression one by one. If the character is an operand, it will immediately add it to the output string. If it is a left parenthesis, it is pushed onto the stack. If it is a right parenthesis, the program pop operator from the stack until it finds the matching left parenthesis. For operators like plus, minus, times, divide, or power, the program checks the precedence of the top operator in the stack and pops higher or equal precedence operator before pushing the current one. At the end, any remaining operator on the stack are popped and added to the output. This demonstrates how stacks are perfectly for manage operator precedence and parentheses during expiration conversion, which is a fundamental concept in a compiler and also the calculator. Next, I will explain the other part of the main class. So the Amina QS program starts by reading customer data from a file and storing it in a queue. And then, it also allows manual data entry via JOption pane. Well, this demonstrates the first requirement for my assignment, which is enqueuing object into a queue, which is insert data. Next, the program checks for the wrong item quantities. Customer with invalid quantities like 0 order or -1 and so on are moved from the main queue to a separated queue. This satisfying the requirement to move object between queues, which is from queue to another queue. Then customers are sorted into 3 separate queues based on the item, skincare combo and also cosmetic. Satisfied one of the requirement, which is copying or moving object between queues according to the process needs. The next one is the program then generates receipt for each customer, calculating the total price, discount, delivery charges, and tax. While traversing the queue, it also calculates some average, minimum, and maximum item quantities, satisfy the first requirement for the project. Finally, the program prints sales statistic, item type total, and best worst selling item. For wrong data, the invalid customer queue is moved into a stack, then copied to another stack, and finally returned to a queue. This demonstrates multiple stack to stack and stack to queue movement. This program also includes the optional infix to postfix expression conversion using a stack, which I have explained before. Each character of an expression is processed operator are temporarily pushed onto the stack and the final postfix expression is built. This satisfies the bonus requirement for stack usage.
So this is the demo that I will be explaining or I will be showing to you guys. I have given the bubble each of it of what type of demo I will be using, and let's go.
So for the demo, I will insert input from the user. So this is what I will be inserting. Customer's name. So the coding for this one is the one that on the left side. And then after finishing, the system will ask if they want to insert another one. If don't, they will just display the list. And then if we want to update the quantity of item, we will need to insert the customer name. Like this one, the one my name that I have just input 24th. As you can see, for this I have the last one is the Ayuni Hadid. So that means it's properly stored in our data. And I will just need to insert my name and the new quantity, and it would ask if I want to. If I don't want, it will just display the latest one. As you can see, it update the quantity of my item. And then for the search system, we will search for the code of item. And then if we type in no, the system will display the search result. As we can see here,
Nur Aina and also Nurin Khairunisa and so on use the SKI 013 product. So this is the code for the searching, for the update and also the searching. At the end of it, the system will display the sales statistic, which is for the staff to view, the average, summation, minimum and maximum total for each type, and also the best selling item and the least selling items. On the left side, it is the file of the invalid order stack, which is the wrong data that copy from the queue to stack, and then the stack will be copied to another stack copy, and then the stack copy is the one that is displayed on the invalid order stack that I have shown. As we all see, they have two customer. That means it's all turned out well. And then for the queue wrong, which is also getting from stack move to queue, and the queue wrong is the one that with invalid order text file. As we can see, both of them has two of the invalid order. That means our movement from stack to queue is successfully, and also our copies from stack to another stack also successfully been copied. Next is just a brief of usage linked list, which I use queue, move the data or copy the data into the linked list, and then from the linked list I will paste the data inside of the text file. As you can see, the left side is the linked list text file, so it ends with Nur Afina. Okay, and then on the right side is my coding. As you can see, this is my coding for linked list. I use the insert at front method and then print it into a file. So the right one is the system output. As you can see, it ends with Ayuni Khalid, but for me it ends with Nur Afina because I use the insert at front, as I said. So we need to scroll to the first. Afina is the first one.
And that is all from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a nice day.